Well, hello, welcome to today's video. We're going to cover the 70-hour rule today. Put up a few videos in the last few days covering the 14-hour rule and the 11-hour rule. Today we're going to cover the 70-hour rule. A couple of those other videos were turned vertical, like it's for Instagram or something. They're turned sideways, actually, but it doesn't matter because the audio is what you need. There's nothing really I'm showing you in the video as in this one. It's just, you just need to be able to hear what I'm saying, so I really don't care that they're turned sideways. I'll just leave them the way that they are. And this is a topic that I'll be covering probably again and again in various formats. And some of them, future versions when I cover it, I will actually put PowerPoint slides up, or I'll draw on a whiteboard or something to cover specific details. But right now, all you need is the audio. Back to the 70-hour rule. 70-hour rule limits your ability to drive once you hit 70 hours of total on-duty time. That is any combination of driving time or on-duty not driving. Combined, either or both combined. Once you hit 70 hours in any period of 8 consecutive days, you may not do one thing, and that is drive. A lot of people misinterpret hours of service regulations and think they prevent them from working. They do not. They prevent you from driving legally on a public roadway in commerce, particularly interstate commerce, once you hit the limits that they have specified. And so it is with a 70-hour rule. We used to keep track of that by doing a recap on the side of the logbook or in the front cover of the logbook. For years and years is how it was done. It's just a running total addition and subtraction. And now your electronic logging device, ELD, takes care of that for you. It just tells you how many hours that you have left available to you. It's still important to make sure that you log everything that you can legally log off duty. Some people are like, it doesn't matter anymore, just let it run. No, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that when you have an opportunity to legally log something off duty, that you do so. A lot of people also misinterpret the 34 restart. A 34 restart is not a mandatory thing, it's an optional thing. So a lot of people think when they get to the 70 hours, oh, I have to take a 34 restart. That is not true. You can continue to run so long as you have hours available to you under the 70. And each day, because it's a moving 8-hour, or not 8-hour, but it's a moving 8-day tracking situation. So some things are going to drop off. And it's going to constantly change day to day based on what you've done in the previous 7 days. And, so that's the way it was in the old days. In the old days, there was not a 34 restart. It was just a running total, and that's still the case today. You can still just keep on using as long as you have some hours. Now, it's a situation where you might not have your full, your normal 11 hours drive time, or your full 14. I mean, you might run up against the 70 again before you hit your 14 or before you hit your 11. So for example, let's say for whatever reason, you only have maybe 5 or 6 hours left. Well, that 5 or 6 hours might be enough to get you home. So you don't need to take a 34 restart when you're 200 miles or 100 miles or whatever from home. If you've got the drive time available to you the following day to run that trip, run it, and then when you get home and you're off for the weekend, take your 34 restart there. So a 34 restart is a wonderful thing because it does function essentially as a reset button for your 70. It will reset your 70, so you get a full 70 again. But just keep that in mind. Look at the numbers, look at what you actually have available, and before you go, oh, I'm at 69 hours today. Tomorrow I would have 5 or 6, but I've got to take the 34 restart. Not necessarily true. You don't have to do that. You might want to. If you're home, you certainly do want to do that in most cases, 9 times out of 10. But that's essentially what the 70-hour rule is. It limits your ability to drive once you hit 70 hours in any period of 8 consecutive days. There is also a 60-hour rule. We'll talk about that again in a future video that has to pertain to motor carriers that do not operate a 7-day-a-week operation. So anyway, hope that helps and doesn't complicate things. I hope it smooths things out a little bit for you, and we'll cover some other things here in the near future. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Talk to you again in the next video soon.